The transfer decision for Toney and Osimhen is still being worked out. Ivan Toney is the player most available midway through the season, but Victor Osimhen is another name on the list of additional weapons. Chelsea have just signed Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku. Armando Broja has also been mentioned as a player who could play under Pochettino. So why are Chelsea looking for another new number 9? Is that smart? And what impact will it have on the squad dynamic? Football London says, unlike last winter when Chelsea needed major surgery and had to wait until the summer to correct the mistakes that had been made, this year the need for drastic action will be taken. The fact that the team still sits in 10th place is not due to one particular player or position. A clinical goal scorer like Toney or Osimhen would probably have won more games to date, with most of the performances far outweighing the results. But the essence of the plan is building for the future. Fabrizio Romano claims that Chelsea scouts have been closely watching one player who has made his name in the Champions League this season, taking to Twitter to state that the club has tracked him knowing that he is currently under contract until the end of 2025. Broja has shown a lot of potential at just 18 years of age, and this has led to a lot of interest in his services. Broja made a name for himself earlier this season in the Champions League, when he scored against Manchester United in the group stage. Romano has now claimed that Chelsea have had scouts monitoring the striker in recent weeks. Romano said, "Top European clubs are starting to plan to sign 18-year-old Swedish player from Copenhagen, Rooney Broja. He is under contract until December 2025. A short deal makes it an opportunity. Scouts Bayer Leverkusen, Juventus, Barcelona and Chelsea have been monitoring him. The Blues do not hesitate to take advantage of opportunities to bring in some of the best young talents in the world before other elite teams get their hands on them." Fulham are reportedly interested in signing Armando Broja from Chelsea next year. A report from Football Insider claims that Marco Silva is keen to recruit a quality striker in the coming months, and the Fulham manager has identified 22-year-old Chelsea striker Armando Broja as a potential option. Apparently, Fulham's top brass are keeping tabs on the Chelsea striker, and they might sign him in the January transfer window. The Cottagers agreed to Alexander Mitrovic's departure last summer, and they haven't quite replaced the Serbia international. So several targets, including Chuba Akpom, appeared on Fulham's radar. Meanwhile, Armando Broja has struggled for regular playing time at Stamford Bridge, and he has just returned from a long-term injury. He needs regular playing time to return to his best, and he may not get that at Stamford Bridge. Nicholas Jackson is ahead of the youngster in the order of preference at Stamford Bridge, while Christopher Nkunku is likely to be preferred to him too when he returns to action. It would make sense for striker Armando Broja to leave Chelsea, and a move to Fulham would be an attractive opportunity for him. The Cottagers want to finish this season on a high, and they need to address the weaknesses in their squad. They are in desperate need of a quality goal scorer, and Broja could be a good long-term option for them. The 22-year-old will be hungry to prove himself in England's top flight, and if Fulham can give him regular opportunities, he could be a great investment for them. Leicester City's hopes of signing Sao Paulo player Lucas Beraldo have been dealt a major blow as the player's club and entourage are in no rush to sell him. Sao Paulo want to get the highest possible price for the centre-back, so they are waiting to see what offers emerge before making a decision. Premier League clubs such as Chelsea, Wolves and Brentford have also been linked with the 20-year-old, has made 51 first-team appearances for Sao Paulo, helping the club win this year's Copa do Brasil. It appears the 20-year-old is starting to attract major interest from England ahead of the January transfer window. Earlier this week, Brazilian outlet UOL reported that Leicester were preparing to submit a €20 million bid for the defender. However, it is not just the Foxes who are interested in Beraldo. There are also reports that Premier League trio Chelsea, Wolves and Brentford are also interested in the Brazil under-20 international. Fabrizio Romano provides a potential boost for Chelsea in their pursuit of a striker transfer. Fabrizio Romano has spoken exclusively to Caught Offside for the Debrief podcast about the situation surrounding Victor Osimhen's contract at Napoli. Although Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis has publicly expressed positive statements regarding the possibility of Osimhen signing a new contract soon, Romano does not believe this is accurate, based on what he has heard from his sources. Romano has also previously told us about Chelsea's interest in Osimhen, although a deal is unlikely to happen in January, so this may be a good sign for the Blues. If Napoli escalate the situation a bit, there may be hope that Osimhen will consider other options, and that seems to be what Romano is hoping for. Romano said, "I don't believe they are close to signing a new contract. Napoli like to use the media to apply pressure. They tried with the best bid in their history, higher than anything Cavani or Higuain have had in recent years. But from what I hear, there is no full agreement yet. This is not a done deal. I think the chance of Osimhen leaving in the summer of 2024 is still very real. I think January is not realistic, but maybe there is a move in the summer." Chelsea fans will be hoping their club can capitalise on this exciting opportunity, as Osimhen looks like the sovereign and prolific centre-forward they need. West Ham United are reportedly interested in bringing in Chelsea left-back Ian Maatsen. West Ham need a left-back with doubts over Cresswell's future. Bringing in a young talent like Maatsen would benefit the club. Smart deal for all parties. West Ham and Man City are expected to compete for his signature. Cresswell's potential departure makes signing a left-back a priority. Journalist Paul Brown has explained to Give Me Sport why he would be a good fit for David Moyes' side and provided reasons why Mauricio Pochettino's side could let him go. Although Maatsen is a highly rated young player at Stamford Bridge, he has not been given many chances under Pochettino this season. The Blues may be forced to offload the academy product to help their finances, and they have received a number of big offers for Maatsen. It could be a smart deal for all parties if Maatsen moves to the London Stadium in the January transfer window. Speaking to Give Me Sport, Brown said, "Maatsen is a very good player. I see this as a great fit for West Ham. I'm not surprised they are interested. I think he is very underrated and is a player Chelsea would only consider selling because they see him as a good player. Basically, a great way to bring in some money. I think he is rated very highly at the club, and I think he would do an excellent job for West Ham if he went there. He is certainly good enough to start every week in the Premier League. I think some people are quite surprised that Chelsea are even considering letting him go. But if West Ham can do this, I think it would be a good deal." Chelsea are ready to listen to offers for Toney Madueke. When Chelsea brought in Toney Madueke last January, many were surprised. At that time, Chelsea had needs in several positions, but winger was not one of them. Chelsea signed Mykhailo Mudryk at the same time. It seems like an exaggeration. Right now, neither of them is a first choice, but at least Mudryk is playing semi-regularly and getting minutes off the bench. Madueke really is out of the picture now, and we wouldn't be surprised to see rumours on Team Talk that the club would be willing to listen to loan or transfer offers for him as early as next month. He wants playing time, and Chelsea don't want a depreciating asset on their bench. If things persist, Madueke's exit seems inevitable. But currently, Chelsea are struggling to recoup half the €35 million they paid for him less than a year ago. Don't forget that Madueke is one of the players who has a long-term contract. It doesn't take long to see why other teams don't do that.